What's goody, what's goody, what's goody? I'm Keemy, and I'm back with my what? My what? Tea of the day. Welcome back, guys. Yeah, two for two, double for double, cuatro. No, dos for dos. Dos for dos. I am back, I am back, I am back. I'm checking in first and foremost on your mental health. How was your week? How has it been? Was it giving? Was it not giving? What could have changed? Put that in your comments. Let's have this conversation. I just want to make sure that we are all okay and we are all thriving in our respective fields and just in life. If you're sad, let's pick you back up because that's what we're here for. We are your village. We are your community. Um, my week has been okay. still on vacation. But my week has been okay. Cannot complain. I was able to get the exit interview that I was supposed to get from that job, and my last goodbye was the 28th from there, and I'm excited for the time. I'm excited for my new beginnings. I continue to let everything go, so I can go into this new opportunity with a fresh head and a fresh mind and a fresh heart and soul. But the exit interview went it's just how I expected it to go. It didn't surprise me at all, but I'm happy that they did it. I'm happy that we're over it, and I'm happy that we're able to move on. Let's get into what we're really here for. So, I have kind of two topics, but it kind of intertwines into one, if it makes sense. Like, what does healing look like in this day and age? And the other one was, we need people. So let's get into we need people first. As a person, in society, in life, from the beginning of time, we needed people to live. Whether it is sexually, whether it is romantically, whether it is friendship, family, foe, associate, pet. Whatever that may look like to you, you need people. You need objects. You need something to love and something to be loved by. In some people cases, they're so fed up with the dating scene or whatever that may look like, they'll get a pet. And then that will be their companion. And by all means, that is amazing, but that does not fill the void of not having someone you can actually talk to and communicate with and bounce ideas off of. Or just actually give a genuine hug. Like, when is the last time you've really been hugged? Like, hugged. For a lot of people, it may have been a while. Like, yeah, we may hug people, but is it like a, I really care about you hug, or is it just like a hey, or like a salutation kind of hug? Because people give different hugs for different reasons, and touch is important. My twin gave me the idea about needing people, and I just wanted to really get into what it means to actually need someone. So for me, I feel like from the beginning of time, like there was Adam, there was Eve, there was God, there was Jesus. Um, even when if you want to go biblical and the ark, that was paired by twos, meaning that we're not supposed to be alone. We're not supposed to be by yourself. You can be single, but that doesn't mean that you need to be by yourself? Kind of scenario. And you can be in a relationship and you can still feel lonely or be alone, unfortunately. Um, but needing people. A lot of times we build up this wall where we don't want to let anybody in because we've been hurt by that one person, and that one bad apple ruined a bunch. And we have to come to terms with that because that's not healthy. First and foremost, it's unhealthy. It's an unhealthy way to think. It's an unhealthy mindset, and it's an unhealthy way to live. Because if you want to be so secluded by yourself, you're not living. You're not really living. because you're not experiencing everything that you can experience. Yes, you're having your own experience and you're creating your own experiences, but that does not mean that it's giving the way it needs to give. Case in point, let's go into like the work environment, right? Matter of fact, no, let's go into friends. So we have certain friends for certain things. We put this friend in that category, we put that friend in that category, and you have some friends in the middle. And the friends in the middle usually may be considered like your village, may be considered your circle. Whether it's a big circle or a small circle, it's a circle, and they're literally for you. So they had to be inducted into your circle, meaning that they had to have done something or continue to do something for them to be important to you. Whether it's checking in on a regular basis, whether it is really giving you the open and honest answers, whether it is actually being having some form of intimacy with you. Intimacy does not mean sex. Friends can be intimate. Friends can hug. Friends can pound. Friends can really just be there for that person and genuinely care for their well-being. Whether it's check-ins, whether it's phone calls, whether it's text, whether it's WhatsApp, whether it's just gifts throughout the whole day. But that's how y'all communicate, because y'all know what it is. But if you're not having any human connection, you need to get checked out, because that's not okay. It's not healthy. So, like friendships, some friends, like we said, can be over here and can be over there. So, with those friends, they still may be useful. So, and those friends, you still may need them, because you may need them for a particular task. Like this friend, I know when I want to go out, I'm gonna hit them up because they're my go out people. Like these people like to go party, like to go clubbing, like to go do this, like to go do that. Like that's that category. When I wanna just go catch a drink, I got this person. I got these set of people. These other people are gonna be my turn up people, but not like them. They just do clubs, this and third. But these people, they just do like lounges and maybe go to the bar and get a few drinks and left to eat. Love those people. Um, and yes, you can go by yourself. You can absolutely go by yourself. But what conversations are you having with yourself? Like, yes, you should date yourself. By all means, if you're single, date yourself. But you need people to be around to grow. Because from the people that you're around, it doesn't determine who you are or who you will be. But it does have an example or a demonstration of your possibility of what you can be if you're around these people. And that's not a bad thing or that's not a good thing. But it's a thing. It's a notable thing that we should all kind of pay attention to. Kind of scenario. But I want to say, like if you had a surgery, or if you're ill, or if you're just depressed. Depression is real. And if you don't have anyone to go to, how are you actually checking on your depression? How are you actually making sure that you're okay? If you're secluding yourself in this little bubble by yourself because you've been hurt. And I want to tell you right here, right now, it is okay to grieve. It is okay to not be okay. That is perfectly fine. But it's not okay to sit and to sit there and let that become who you are now. And that shows up in lots of ways, whether it is constantly being single and not really looking for anyone, not looking for love, or making sure that you don't get into relationships. You sabotage everything and any connection you can get. You self-sabotage. Or you become an alcoholic. Let's call this thing a thing. We're not going to say, no, you just had a few more drinks. No, you became an alcoholic. Or you kept on medicating yourself with weed. And that was your way to get through. That was your way to solemn the silence. And that's not okay. That's not healing. There's different levels of healing. There's different levels of healing for different people. But the main same outcome would be that you are healed. The steps would be different. My steps are continuous steps, but my steps for healing in terms of just genuine healing, like for me, how I healed myself from what I just experienced at my job. Let's go there. So my experience was not great. So my healing process was cleansing myself and forgiving the people who misused me, mishandled me, and giving those words. Whether it was my resignation letter, whether it was getting on my platform and speaking about it, whether it was talking to my circle, my village, the people that I truly value with their opinions and just being open and honest about me being scared. Me not understanding that, yes, I may have needed time to be by myself in complete silence, but not being ready because no one knows what that looks like, especially if you didn't even get their offer letter yet. What does that look like? That's scary as hell. But having faith helps. Knowing that God is not going to let you down helps. That's part of healing. Finding a faith, finding a higher power other than yourself. Whether you full believe or you half believe or you quarter believe. But you have to believe in someone or something other than yourself for that to fully come to fruition and come to effect. A second part of healing was definitely being more open and honest with, well, I've always been open and honest, but really verbalizing my feelings and letting it out completely. Whether it was podcasting, whether it was speaking, whether it was writing, whether it was just diving, diving into other conversations that I haven't not had in a while with different friends. So my mind is not on it. When it's not even like seeing as, no, that's not the word. But another step was definitely giving people their flowers who helped me get here, who assisted with listening day in and day out, um, who got me the interview for the job. Because I'm so thankful for getting to this, for getting into this field. I'm extremely thankful. That experience was not the best, but that does not dictate what this experience will be. So always coming to terms with a positive outlook on something would be considered healing. If we always are like negative Nancy in every instance, or you always think about the negative of what can be, what is, you're not going to be beneficial at all. And it's okay to live in that dichotomy, but it's not okay to stay there. It's okay to vacation there. It is okay because we'll have times where we're lonely. We'll have times where we are single. We are alone. We are literally by ourselves. And we have to literally cut off the world so we can stop hearing the noise. So we can pour into ourselves. That's healing. Pouring into yourself. Taking the time to understand that, yes, I am human. Yes, I do make mistakes. Yes, I am not perfect. But I want better. And I deserve better. And I will get better. Because why? I am better. It's, I wish it was as easy as that. But it literally is easy. Healing is easy. As long as you're continuously doing the work. As long as you're continuously working on yourself, then it's perfect. But you can't work on yourself by yourself because you need what life experiences. And without life experiences, you need people to be part of that. Like, yeah, you can go on solo trips by yourself, but what? You're not going to not talk to nobody. You're going to talk to the waiter. You're going to talk to somebody on staff at the hotel or the Airbnb. And then what? You might get some booty. You might get whatever you might get in that aspect, but you're connecting in a way that is healthy. Every connection, every interaction is supposed to be helpful. Like yesterday, I interacted with a gentleman. Out of the blue, wasn't aware why we needed this conversation, But we did. And nevertheless, after the conversation, I was like, okay, this helped me get out of my head in that moment. And I helped him. I helped him get where he needed to go. I showed him a different route. And I gave him courage. And I gave him, um, yeah, I gave him the courage to talk to somebody. Well, to talk to a female that he wanted. I said, go for it by all means. Because the worst that she can say is no. But if she started the conversation the other day, and if you see her, go for it today. It is okay to be shy. It's okay to not know or not be able to read the room all the time. But if you feel like that person is going to be beneficial in your life, however they may be, go for it. Cause why would you wait? What are you waiting for? Like let's be real. Meeting people is important. You will always need somebody. At work, you would need someone to teach you to how to one do your job if you're not aware of it. Secondly, to teach you all of that they know. So then what? Oh my gosh, you can take their position and they can get promoted. Or they can go into whatever they want to go into. But life is all about elevation. Life is all about growth. Or life is all about having different experiences and living in the moment all in one. And in 2025, especially now, especially in the political climate that we are in, it is essential to be all you can motherfucking be. Don't hold back. Do not be sorry for who you are. Do not be sorry for where you came from. Do not be sorry for the card that was dealt for you. Because cards was dealt for me, cards was dealt for you. We all have cards. We all have cards. It is up to you to make those cards better experiences or the same experience. And if you're okay with being in that same experience, that's on you. Just make it better for the people after you. I'm sorry guys, if you want to be stuck there, that's perfectly fine. I get it. Not everyone has the willpower to push themselves up out of a hard situation. But don't ever allow yourself to mess up the next person behind you stuff. Whether that's your kids, whether that's your parents, whether that's your friends, whether that's your associate, whatever those people are behind you or next to you, and you want to stay stagnant, that you stay there by yourself. But also read the room when people are being in your corner and constantly being there for you and showing up when they don't have to. Because they already have their own shit that they are dealing with. Let's be clear. Just because I'm a healed version of myself does not mean I don't always go back and double dabble into my old Keemy ways. Where I get real ratchet and get real up and read for self, all of that. I can be him. I can also be this reserved person where I hear you. I hear you. I understand you. You're tempting me. But I'm not going to give you what you want. Because I'm going to show up in a different way. I'm going to show up in a proper way. I'm going to show up and still give it to you. Let's be clear. Because you're not going to just let anyone play with you. But give it to you in a different way that you need. And I know that you need it this way. So I'm going to provide you the tools so that we're both happy and we're both on the same page about the experience. Needing people is so essential. Like, for years, I've been definitely to myself, but still have a circle around me, still have a village. And I came to terms with it being perfectly fine when I go and be in my corner to let the people around me know I'm okay. But I need time to myself. That's simple. Don't allow people to be there for you, but you're not being there for yourself. You're not showing up for yourself. Because by them showing up for you is not helping you as a whole. It's helping them and it's helping you, or it's supposed to help you. But if you're not okay, I don't know. Therapy is wonderful. Therapy does wonders for a lot of people. That's how a lot of people get healed. You have to figure out your way of healing. You have to figure out your method of healing. Whether it's writing, whether it's really getting into your craft, whatever your craft is, whatever you are here and born to do it. Please, respectfully or unrespectfully. We're all here for reasons. And we need people to get where we need to get to. I needed one person. I needed one experience to help me get behind this camera to know, or not even behind the camera at first. Let's be clear. Behind a mic. I needed my experience of my last relationship to get behind this mic and use my voice. I had different experiences when I was younger where I was mute. But still, to this day, sometimes I do close down. Sometimes I would shut the fuck up. And I would just, I'll close down. I'll close out. And that's not healthy. And I'm working on that. But that's something that helps protect me. But in that same breath, the people around you know when things happen, knows when you're not right, knows when there's something not like when there's something going on, like they can read the room. So with those experiences, it helped me get here. It helped me start the podcast. And with me growing in the podcast, growing in Spotify and Anchor, and just speaking with different people and being in the podcast world a little bit and doing interviews with my best friend Vanessa and my best friend Satia and just the other Spratly, different people that I've encountered, Carlton, this dude that we talked about, ED, like different conversations that I've had this far that was not visual, but now that it's visual, it's going to hit even more because it's essential. Sorry, guys. It's essential. Like, it is so important and it is so needed. Um, you need people to be a better you, to have different experiences to learn from. The more experiences you learn from, the better you'll be and the better you can navigate in this world of being a good person, being a person with integrity, being a person with heart, being a person with a lot of knowledge. The more knowledge you know, the more knowledge you can teach someone else. Remember that. Because we all are here. We all have the same blood color. We all bleed red. If you cut me, if you cut whoever, guess what our blood is going to say? Red. So with us knowing that, we're all supposed to be here to be happy as we can be. Because life is one of life. Life will always life. But it's up to you to figure out what that means for you. Because life will always life. Having different experiences with different people, whether it is romantically, whether it is friendship, um, situationships, family, or just sex. Whatever that may be for that scenario, for that person, for whatever that void or that thing they're supposed to fill. Make sure it is, and make sure it's needed. Make sure it's important. Make sure you're not just giving away things that are not supposed to be given away. Intimacy is important in any relationship that you have. And intimacy does not mean sex. Intimacy means a stronger bond that you and that person share. That ultimate, like, oh, this person is truly here for me. This person truly cares for me. It's the effort, it's the love, it's the tact, it's the impression that they make on you, it's the helping you grow aspect. All falls into intimacy, where you can literally just lay there and cry in that person's arms, or lay there and just lay there and talk for hours, and it never got physical, and never ended with a happy ending. That was not part of that plan. We stayed in that moment and we felt each other's heartbeat. Or I really needed that person to hear me out. And I had one of the best hugs from that person where I really felt like I felt heard, I felt seen, I felt acknowledged. Intimacy is key in any relationship. Learn to be intimate, learn to grow, learn to heal, learn that it's okay to not be okay, and learn to count on your neighbors, count on your village, count on a circle that you have. And if you don't have a circle, you have a square, that's perfectly fine. Count on them too. And if you have a triangle, count on them too. If you have an octagon, count on them too. But learn to count on people other than yourself, other than a pet. Learn to be able to be open and honest with your feelings so that you can grow, they can grow, and those relationships can grow and flourish into something so beautiful. Like, when I say I have years of friendships, I've had, I have years of friendships. And it's so beautiful to see how we were when we were younger, opposed to us being grown adults now and still loving life and still living and still learning something new about each other and still being open and honest and healing our kid self and trying to be better than we were yesterday. Because that is the main whole purpose of all of it, is to be better than what we were yesterday. And it's back later.